So the Wardogs Beta has finally finished after being live from last Friday till early hours of this morning. And yeah, I didn't play as much as I wanted to, but what I did play, it was genuinely great. I did have a few crashes, but I think, you know, it being a beta is probably expected. Honestly, the gameplay overall was fantastic. Like the whole gameplay loop of like spending money, going in, potentially losing, potentially winning money, rinse and repeat, right? It's a fun loop. It's not really been done before. The closest thing I can think of is like wager matches in like Black Ops 1, like that kind of thing. But then also not really. It's not really the same thing, but it's the closest thing I can really put my finger on. And yeah, fantastic. The gunplay is really good. I saw things saying it reminded people of PUBG. I get that, definitely, but like also not. It definitely has its own
little bribe there.
Characteristics, especially like the ballistic characteristics as well, are really interesting.
This worked.
And like the is it muzzle over bore? I can't remember what it's really called, but it's, you know, where you're shooting, where you're aiming, your like sight isn't necessarily where the bullet's going to go, because of, you know, you're at close range and you might have to aim a little bit lower because the weapon's probably 0 to like 100 meters and you're actually shooting like 25 meters, right, for example.
Oh my lord.
The same thing as if you were going to shoot further, you'd aim higher, right?
I'm pushing this guy.
Stuff like that. You got the ricochets, really cool concept, done really well. The armor system, simple, very PUBG, got level 1 to level 5 I think, could be wrong, obviously different size rounds which can do more damage to different things, more penetration, etc. So yeah, really cool stuff. Not innovative in any way I don't think, but like done really well. The helicopters, the Hueys and Little Birds, the controls are very intuitive I think. I saw a lot of people struggling, but I don't think it was that hard personally. Again, there were like its own nuances to the flying, as you're going to get in any game. You know, Battlefield 6 flying is completely different to Arma Reforger flying. You know, so that's expected. The engagements felt very much like Arma, being, you know, people taking cover in the foliage, stuff like that. And it was giving, you know, the healing and stuff, like, okay, you're engaging, drop out for a second, heal, poke your head up, can you see them? Engage again, come back a minute, heal. You know, it was very like a back and forth, almost like conversational kind of thing. But it was really cool. The game mode itself is really interesting. The whole moving zone around the map, and it's like you're never going to have exactly the same game every time, which is really cool and really like adds a bit of depth to the gameplay loop, I think. And yeah, the whole monetary system is a genuine breath of fresh air, and I've said it 1,000 times, it is a breath of fresh air. It gives you, it's not giving you gear fear like in like something like Tarkov or like any extraction like shooter, because you know, unless you're down bad, you know you're going to be able to afford another loadout next life, right? But you're also like, okay, I don't want to be charging in necessarily.
Isn't that difficult?
I also don't want to be holding back, because at the end of the day, you need to make money. So,
famous last words.
Yeah,
if we can pull
it's pretty interesting the way it makes you, forces you to play. It's like, okay, I might not charge in there, but there's a guy down over there, right? I might go and help him out, get up a little bit, earn a few bucks, then I might support the team in some other way. I've had some really, really great games. I've had some really not so great games.
Yes.
As is the way, you know. So yeah, really interesting. I really enjoyed myself, and I really enjoyed myself. Like every time I booted up the game, I'm like, this is going to be great, and it was. No matter if I was losing or I was winning, you know, it was just a cool game. The building elements are really cool. Fresh take on that, like base building and stuff. Also another way of making cash, right? Anything you do, you're going to make cash. Yeah, so I can really see this game being really popular, not because it's fast-paced, mil-sim, kind of game and you have to really like dig in and like lock into play. I think it's going to be really big because there's multiple ways to play, and you could play this game and just chill 100%. You could like spend a few hours and all you do is just build or something, you know, take a basic loadout in, get your supplies on the point, get your hammers, you start bashing away and spend hours doing that and earning cash.
What the hell?
You know, you're still supporting the team, you're still playing the game, you're doing the objective, right? But then on the other hand, if you wanted to, you could go in, infantry, tip of the spear, crack on, and try and take out enemies and earn cash that way. Or supply runs, transport runs. Could be a taxi. Be like your own little Uber driver, right? Like, no matter how you play the game, you're gonna be earning money and gonna be supporting the team in some way or another. That's why it gives me elements of armor, because armor's very like that too. Like, very sandboxy. And that's why armor's so popular with so many people. It's like, it's not milsimmy in a sense of like, we must act like military personnel. It's milsimmy in a way of, I can do whatever I want in this situation. How do I want to play it? And that's exactly how Wardogs is.
No idea where.
It's not a milsim at all. I wouldn't say. I'd say it's way more arcadey than some people think, without a doubt. There are milsim elements, don't get me wrong, but even then I wouldn't say it's simulation level at all. Like, for example, HUD. You've got way more HUD than any milsim game I've ever played. It's way more forgiving than any other milsim game I've ever played. Like, I don't feel like if I get an engagement, I'm just going to get slotted there and then, and that's it. Back to base, start again. But there's definitely an element of, I can survive this. So let's see how far you can push it. Which is why I'd say it's way more arcadey. I had a comment on my stream the other day and they were like, oh, I definitely won't play this, it's way too much like Squad. And I was like, what? I don't think you've ever played Squad. I don't think you've played a milsim game. If you think this is as bad as Squad, like, I don't say Squad's bad, like, it's a good game, but it's got its own niche. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I had great fun. I'm going to be covering this game a lot. It's probably one of my most anticipated games of the year. Probably the most anticipated game of the last few years, to be honest, because I haven't been this buzzing for a game. I mean, the closest thing I've had to being excited for a game is Battlefield 6, but even then, I think this surpasses that, to be honest. Something new, something fresh, something released by developers who actually seem like they enjoy what they're doing and have a love for the art that they're trying to put out, you know?
Taking this, thank you very much.
I don't know, but yeah, that's my opinion. I really enjoyed it. What did you think about it? Drop a comment below what you thought of the game. Drop the video a like, help me out massively, and also consider subscribing, please. Help me out massively. Recently reached 200 subscribers. It's been a blast. Really enjoying making content at the moment, so let's keep that going. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers.